What is this? No, I don't want that. No, I don't want to start a poll. Cancel. What the hell? You got me. I don't fucking know. It won't let me. It says there's two of you watching, but I guess I'm one of the two. All right. So, and we're 10 minutes early. You know how that makes a big difference too, I guess. Hmm. Yes, YouTube definitely sucks. That's for sure. So I need to cancel this one. What a freaking joke. Yeah, that's one thing we need to talk about. That weather that's coming is going to suck ass. I can share that on here. Welcome in, everyone. Glad to see you. Hopefully, you're all doing well. Um, I have YouTube on my phone. I have Rumble over here on the laptop. And yeah, we're just going to sit here, talk, shoot the shit for a little bit, see what kind of trouble we can get into. Let me get a drink real quick here. All right, sorry, you guys, you're going to get face down on the thing here until I get my drink. All right, sorry about that. Hey, somebody's over here. Hello, whoever's on YouTube. I can't pull up YouTube chat. Oh, there it is. Dave. What's up, Dave? Dave is on YouTube. Yeah, I'm a little early, so we're kind of just kicking the ball around here, trying to wait till everybody comes in and talking weather. Yeah, we're all in for some shitty weather, I think. There's a cold front that's supposed to go all the way down below Houston. They're gonna get they're gonna get that freezing shit down there. Cora said that you're supposed to go over to Rumble, Dave. Yeah, pretty much. It's a polar vortex. It's I mean, Houston's supposed to get down to like 23, and that's in the daytime, if I saw right. So yeah, that means the rest of us are screwed. Yeah, here's hoping that stuff doesn't happen again. That was what happened in Texas a couple years ago was horrible. When their power grid locked up and everybody's pipes froze and broke, and it was horrible. It was bad. I know some people who went through all that shit. So, and as always, I mean, if you have any questions, ask. I will answer them to the best of my ability. So, you don't need the app, bud. You can go through your browser, go to rumble.com, and you can find me there. Look, you can search if you don't want to get the app. Oh my. So, where's everybody from? I see 4 people in here. That means there's 2 other people besides me and Cora. So, let's see where you're from, and we'll have some discussions here. See what y'all think about some stuff going on. I know most people that like to watch me for my animals, and we'll definitely do some animal content. Um, get outside and get the kittens around us, and yeah, you guys can enjoy their cuteness while I act like an asshole. It'll kind of balance itself out, right? Oh my. No, that wasn't the New York DA. You got them mixed up. That was the Georgia district attorney that did that. That was funneling hundreds of thousands of dollars to her lover, and they were taking trips and trying to hide it. Yeah, that was. There's corruption all over the place. Fannie Willis is the one that was doing that. What are you doing, bug? Cinder. I think Cinder sees a fly. He's trying to try and jump in the closet and make a big ruckus here in a second. No, the corrupt DA up in New York is Letitia James. Yeah, they're showing their true colors, and it's not a good look for the U.S. It really isn't. We've invaded countries for doing less than what our country's doing right now. And we're definitely going to touch on that bullshit with Ray Epps. Yeah, that's something that we're gonna have a lot to say about that. Trust me. Alrighty, well, it's 2 o'clock, so let's get this shit show started, shall we? Um, Welcome in. Thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate it. We've been the laughing stock of the world. Oh yeah, definitely. Biden has definitely brought us down a lot of rungs. Um, I don't get it. There is nobody that I know that can honestly defend Biden with a straight face. I mean, when you're losing the celebrity class, you've you screwed up. They're not happy with you, and yeah. So here's hoping that the rest of 2024 keeps going the way it is for Trump now, so that he gets in. I'll call you back. Whoops. Turn my ringer down. So, yeah, I mean, the whole corrupt system of Washington, D.C. is just, it's completely outrageous. You see them throwing the fucking book at these people who had no idea what was going on and accidentally wandered into the Capitol building, and they're getting charged. They're getting like, I think the smallest was 2 years for trespassing, and this motherfucker Ray Epps that takes and is on video inciting a fucking riot has text messages of him bragging to his nephew that he orchestrated the whole fucking thing. And this motherfucker gets probation, no travel restrictions, and people think this is really fucking. This is how the justice system works? Oh, there were lots of plans. We know that now. We just don't know how many exactly. But the FBI was really big into that. We know that now. If it wasn't, they wouldn't be saying that they can't tell us the information about it. Yeah, the new speaker, excuse me. The new speaker is, well, let me touch back on the Ray Epps thing. The first thing Trump needs to do is have somebody go through everything with the Justice Department and completely reset everything. Have the people who were just there by circumstances beyond their control, that they didn't know what was going on, they need to be left go. Hey, Ron, good to see you, bud. Right? So they need to be set free. And anybody that was there, that was violent, that was destroying property, yes, they need to have the book thrown at them, but it needs to be within reason. I don't agree with this bullshit of, first off, they shouldn't all be in solitary confinement like most of them are. There's a lot of them in solitary confinement. That's just completely bullshit. These illegals coming across the fucking southern border unchecked have more rights than these people that are American citizens, it seems. Now, let's go back to the new speaker sending money to Ukraine. I kind of figured that was going to happen. He's going to send money to Israel as well. He's been pretty good about the Second Amendment stuff so far. But that doesn't get him off the hook for some of the really shitty decisions he's making. So I don't know. I don't know who the hell to vote for right now when it comes to that ship. My congressman here for the House voted for that bullshit basically new NDAA, or the new Patriot Act, which gives Congress and the government alphabet mafia, the ability to spy on us even more. And yeah, it's ridiculous. Excuse me. Yeah, we definitely have problems here at home. The first problem is we need to get all these fucking people out that don't belong here. No, it wasn't Fetterman. Fetterman's my senator. My House representative over here is Lloyd Smucker. And yeah, he got a nice earful from me over that. So when it comes time for him for re-election, I think I'm gonna try and find somebody to primary him. So we'll see. We'll see if I can what I can drum up here. But our government overreaches so much already as it is. It's just it amazes me that people don't realize our forefathers rebelled over a tax on tea that was a couple of cents on the dollar, right? We're taxed we're taxed on everything. And we just sit back and take it. Nobody questions it. Nobody questions the Federal Reserve printing trillions of dollars from their ass and driving up inflation. All right, Dave. I'll walk you through it after this is over. We'll get you set up on Rumble, bud. Not only are our forefathers spinning in their graves, Cora, but all the people who fought in the First and Second World Wars to keep the world free. They're looking at how we're living now, and they'd be sitting there going, "What the hell did we? Why do we sacrifice our lives for?" Because it sure as hell wasn't for this shit. Just unreal. But I guess some good news is that DEI is dying, which is good. DEI needs to die. It needs to go. Bye. See ya. Yep. Oh, definitely, Dave. Yeah, definitely. So, um, yeah. Yeah, if we have any vets, I know Dave's a vet, and I appreciate him. If any vets are here, hey Eric, good to see you. You know, our veterans are very, very appreciated here. Um, if there's anything I can do for you guys, reach out, please. I will do my best to accommodate and help you guys with what you need. So, those who just came in, if you have any questions, please post them. I will answer them to the best of my ability. And if I don't know, I'll sit here and tell you I don't know. We'll pull up a phone and we will do some research together. We will figure it out together and yeah. So I got time. Hopefully you do too. And yeah, we'll get into some shit. See what kind of trouble we can get up to. Um, we're already all on a watch list anyway, so what the hell does it matter, right? Yep, there's my contact information. Um, I'm here. I you know, say it all the time. I'm don't do much with what I have right now. I do what I can. Um, but if I can be here for people and help people through hard times, or help people find resources that they can use to help them get by on things, I'll gladly do it. Hell, if you just need somebody to rant to or talk to, call me. I will, I'll listen. Yep, you can always find us on Discord. I'm on the Veteran Bikers Discord. I do have my own Discord. Um, Let me pull that up and I will share it. And that's not what I wanted to do. Hit that button there. Don't mind me, I'm a weirdo. Yeah, I'm the same way, bud. Dave, yeah, that's um if they're gonna come for you, they're gonna come for you. So there's no point in worrying about it. Copy that. Go back up here. I apologize. I keep touching my nose and there we go. Are you on my Discord, Cora? I don't even think you're on there yet. I can't post it to YouTube just yet. Because every time I try to minimize my screen on my phone to go to do anything, it wants to disconnect me from the stream. So I will make sure that you guys who want it can have it. Oh, you are? Okay. Alrighty. Well, yeah. You guys are more than welcome to come over to there and talk about whatever you want. I don't do this for money. I don't want any money. If you guys want to donate or something, yeah, if you want to post it for me, Cora, I'd appreciate it. We're up to 8 people watching on Rumble. Thank you all for joining me. If I keep touching my nose, I was outside playing around with stuff and something got up there and it's really bugging me. So I apologize for playing with my nose. But yeah, if you want to take and donate to somebody, you can donate to Ben. His Cash App is um Yeah, hold on a second here. I believe that's it. I believe Ben's Cash App is Cash App / $Fred379. Slash $ Whoa. Fred379. Hello. What the hell? Sorry about that. I need to go here. $739. That's what it is. I knew I had it here somewhere. There we go. Oh, yeah, I remember you telling me about that, Ron. That's crazy, bud. All right, now. There you go. So all I have to do to talk to all of you is use 3 different devices. I'm on my phone for YouTube, I'm on the laptop for Rumble, and I'm on the other phone here so that I can type to YouTube. So, alrighty. So, yeah, Ben, aka the Veteran Biker, does good work for veterans, and so if you want to donate, you can send money to him, and he will put it towards a service dog or something to do with um, helping a veteran. So, yeah, and I would appreciate it. I have so thank you. Alrighty, what's the next topic we're going to talk about? We talked about the weather, which is going to be shit here for the next, week. I think we talked about RAAPS and the bullshit 2-tiered justice system that we have. We talked about the corrupt DAs from New York, Letitia James, and the corrupt DA from Georgia, Fani Willis. So, what do you guys want to talk about? Anything exciting? Like I said, I know a lot of the people who sub to me, especially on YouTube, do it just for the animals, and I don't know if I can get one of the animals up here or not. Let me attempt this here quick. Hey, Pika, you will come here? Or you're gonna kick yourself in the head, huh? You come. Come here. Don't tell me no. Come here. He ain't having it. I tried. Yeah, we're Dave, unfortunately, we are at a point where the whole world sees us as weak. We have weak leadership all across the board in this administration, and it's just completely and totally unreal. It really is. Um, really? Hunter showed up in Congress today? What, so they can all circle jerk each other and act like they're doing something because you know it's going to be behind closed doors, and we're not going to hear nothing about it. Trying to word what I want to say here. Keep it intellectual and make it make sense, because the entire thing with the Bidens is they're basically a mafia family at this point. And it's unreal the shit that they've been getting away with. I watched a really good video today on that, Cora. It was about the French Foreign Legion and how they're basically giving the middle finger to the wokeness. I'll find it and I'll post it, so you guys can check it out. It was a really good video. Talked about their history, and if you don't know, the French Foreign Legion is actually a way for people to completely get a new start. Well, and that's it exactly, Eric. We need to bring the asylums back. We need to bring back places to put people who are not in their right mind. Letting them run the streets, and basically reality TV is a big problem with how our country is right now. And the biggest part about reality TV was everybody was trying to find the craziest shit they could find and put it on TV. Well, now the next generation thinks that this is the way that people are supposed to behave, which it's not. Hey, Mr. Flibble. The weather definitely plays a part in how it hurts, but it's not going to screw me up. I'll still have I'll have my appointment and schedule my surgery. I go back on the 25th for that. Yeah, I'll give an update on that here in a little bit. It's good to see you, bud. Um, well, the mainstream media is doing a good job of doing that, Cora, on its own. The reality TV is just making it, reinforcing it more. So, back when, um, Jerry Springer first came out, I condemned it back then and said that um, that was going to really bring down our society. And sometimes I really hate being proved right. You know what I mean? Dave, you can blame Ted Turner for that. Ted Turner bought the History Channel. He bought the Learning Channel. He bought all of them, and like he bought CMT, MTV, all that crap, and just threw reality TV shows all over him because he couldn't get the ratings that he wanted off of um, what they were for. So, uh, yeah. So Ted Turner's a good little Democrat. Trust me. He spends his money and tries to help them as much as possible. So, yeah. But what else is going on in your neck of the woods? Yeah. Um, Mark Cuban's getting schooled again. I don't know if you saw that. They're sharing videos all over Twitter of him being his racist self, and Elon Musk has really pretty much been spanking that ass with a wooden spoon for the last 2 days. Pretty funny. I'm enjoying watching it. Mark Cuban's a piece of garbage. But then again, most of the people who own sports teams are. So, I mean, the Cleveland Browns bringing in somebody who had 20, almost 30 sexual assault charges or not charges, but sexual assault civil lawsuits against him. And they bring him in and give him $250 million guaranteed, I think it was. Fully guaranteed. If he doesn't play another snap in the NFL for the rest of his life, he walks away with $250 million. I don't know who taught the owner of the Cleveland Browns business, but they need to retire and never teach anybody else business again, because that is the worst business deal I have ever seen. Ever. So, um, yeah, crazy stuff. Weathering the storm. You know why I picked that title for the live stream today? It's not just because the weather outside is going to be shit and we have to, make sure that we work our way through it. But weathering the storm is also a way that we have to work through um where our country, where our world is right now. Um I've never ever seen our world in a state that it is right now. You know, it's crazy. You've got Canada basically being turned into a dictatorship with Trudeau, which really shouldn't surprise anybody. I mean, the man's come out and said numerous times how he um how much he admires the CCP, you know. So that really shouldn't surprise us that he wants to be just like the CCP. He wants to be a dictator. And he's definitely got the dick part down, you know it? Oh no, we've not seen anything yet. Um if you thought the Summer of Love was bad for riots, No, that was a warm up. That was the fat lady just taking her throat spray and spraying her throat down good. And I don't care. Call me fat phobic. I don't give a fuck. I'm fat. Ta-da! Jesus. So many people are so fucking thin-skinned anymore. You can't say that. It hurts my feelings. Well, you know what hurts more than me hurting your feelings? You falling flat on your face and fucking messing your face up. So, get over it. You know, I haven't touched base on this yet, and I'd like to because I know it's not a new subject yet, but um, MAID, the medical assistance in dying program in Canada, is just completely fucking insane. There's no other way of putting it. It is insane. The only thing more insane than that is that so many Canadians think that it's okay to kill people just because they're fucking homeless. What is going on with our society? Oh, wait, I know what's going on with our society. It's being run by people like Klaus Schwab, who is a Nazi. He is a literal Nazi. Not a Nazi wannabe. He was in the Hitler Youth as a child. His parents were in the Nazi Party. He is the one who is mentoring these people like Trudeau and Horsemouth from New Zealand, Jacinda, whatever her name is, and all these other places that want to, depopulation, and they want to basically enslave the lower class to do so that they can still live their, you know, elite life, but not have to do any work. Um, it amazes me how quickly, um, well, I mean, yeah, he's getting up there. So's George Soros, and we know that Ron, we know that a lot of the Nazis dabbled in the occult. Um, so it makes you wonder, doesn't it? George Soros, there's a special place in hell for him. I honestly believe that. Um, he's a very horrible person, and yeah, to turn over um your fellow Jews to die, you know they're gonna die just because you got to keep their stuff and you got to get rich off of them is that's just completely and totally disgusting in my eyes. Um, I can't stand that shit. Um, back to what you asked me up top there. Yes, Cora, the MAID program is the medical assistance in dying. For the term, it's supposed to be for terminal illness, but there was poll done where they went in and asked if MAID should be used on homeless people, not homeless people that have, medical issues, or homeless people that are in pain or anything like, just homeless people in general. And I'm thinking, why? Why in the hell would that even be a thought? Who in the hell comes up with this shit? Excuse me. So, let me think here. Hey, Ron, give me a topic. I'm putting Ron on the spot. Let's see what he comes up with. Come on, Ron. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Yes, Dave and Cora both said Soros is 93. So, yeah. He's an old dried up raisin. Oh, yeah. All right. So, Ron's topic is that in his state of Maryland, Medicaid will now pay for top surgery, hormone therapy, and hair removal and transgender transplant for um for those who want it. And this is part of the population control. People just don't realize it. They don't see it. They want you to sterilize yourself. They want you to not be able to have kids. This is just another way of brainwashing you into doing something that you're going to regret later on. Um, and that's the best way I know how to put it. Well, Cora just threw out like 5 different things there to talk about, I think. So, let's see. Trump warns of economic crash. Well, that wouldn't surprise me. Um, because the market has been really unstable lately because of Biden's weakness. Nobody believes in his direction. Nobody thinks that he has the intelligence um to get us through this. Son of a bitch. I apologize. I don't know what the hell's wrong with my fucking head today. He just wants me to yawn, 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 yawn. You're not here to see me yawn, 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 yawn. So, I apologize. Let's see. So yeah, the economic crash would not surprise me one bit. Um, I mean, everybody knows that we are in a recession. I just saw. I've been checking out some car videos where they're talking about the car market's crashing. People aren't paying what they want for cars. Um, that and interest rates have jumped. There's a lot of people defaulting on their car loans. Um, and yeah, so the cars, the car market's supposed to be coming down a lot. They're saying now that a lot of cars are now being stickered for $4,000 under MSRP at least. So we'll see how that much that goes, and how far is it going to, how's it going to go with the used car market. Um, the housing problem is just that there's too many people that are fighting over housing, because we're bringing so many migrants in that we don't have the housing for them. Or you have companies like BlackRock buying up housing and upping the rates for them and muscling people out that can't afford it. Um, yeah, it's ridiculous. All right, I gotta figure this out again because I need a drink. Just stay there. I'm sorry, my YouTubers. All right, you're gonna be facing my hips. Sorry, I will be there as soon as possible. Okay, my apologies. My throat gets dry, and then it starts cracking, and then I sound like an idiot. But so yeah, I just have to grab a drink, and we keep going. So yes, the housing market is. I have a feeling that it's about to crash too. They can't sustain a market that people can't afford. Um, you would have thought they would have learned that from the first um, bubble that popped back in the uh, late '90s, early 2000s. But apparently not. They just keep doing the same shit over and over again, thinking it's going to work. And as we can see, it doesn't work very well. I see 14 people on um, Rumble, and we're showing 5 people here over on YouTube. I want to say thank you to everyone for being here. I appreciate it. Just some dumb guy that lives out in the middle of nowhere that's discussing how he feels and what he thinks, and hopefully we can learn some stuff together, right? So, alrighty. The other thing that um, Cora put up was here was Hunter Biden flees Congress. Now, I thought you said earlier he was at Congress. So, wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't show up. All he's gonna, if he does show up, all he's gonna do is he's gonna walk in and say, "I plead the fifth." That's it. He ain't gonna say anything. I mean, it would be hilarious if you walked in and said, "Yes, I smoked crack off that hooker's ass." Ah, shit. Drugs are bad, people. Well, that doesn't surprise me either. Alrighty. People who are voting for these policies in these cities that are sanctuary cities, who are breaking federal law, it's okay for them to break federal law, but God forbid, a red state tries to do something that, they don't like, then all hell breaks loose. You can't do that. So, but yeah, you got these sanctuary cities that are making their own demise. They really are. He made a cameo so that the right can't say he didn't show up. Pretty much, I guess that would be how it is. Let me go to the handy dandy notebook here, and we will do some research. How's that sound? Hunter Biden. Congress. And away we go. Hunter Biden makes surprise appearance at House Committee. Isn't that interesting? Oversight Committee debates resolution on to hold Hunter Biden in contempt of Congress. Nancy Mace is one of those that I think puts on a good show, but I don't know. They all put on a good show. They all should be given acting awards because most people in Congress act, and they make us think that they hate each other. They make us think that they give a shit about us, and they don't. They don't hate each other because, and you know how we know that? We've seen video of the biggest grifter in Congress, in my opinion, the South Carolina State Senator, Mr. Lindsey Graham, who always goes up to his Democrat cohorts and pats them on the back and fist bumps them and gives them hugs and yeah, we're buying it that you guys don't like each other, that you're fighting for us. Um, yeah, we're buying it. Wink, wink. I can't wink for shit. So, but yeah, we're buying it, guys. And a lot of these people in the House have proven that they're swamp monsters just like the rest of them. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, Chip Roy, all of them. All of them talk a big game, and when it comes time for action, they don't do shit. So, but yeah, apparently Hunter Biden showed up and made a surprise visit. Maybe that's maybe that's his Disneyland. He's going to go there and score some more crack. So, but we'll see. All right. Let's see. And the other topic was Lloyd Thomas. Austin. Lloyd Austin. Not Lloyd Vostin, Lloyd Austin, you moron. There's no fucking V in there. I apparently cannot spell today. I'm waiting for, somebody to correct me there and go, no, you can't spell any other day, so stop trying to pass it off as today's any different. And I'm not going to argue with you. I'll admit it. I really, yeah. article now. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has prostate cancer. Well, isn't that nice to find out after he fucking goes missing for a week? And it makes you wonder who's actually making the calls, because if he was missing in action for a week in intensive care, and we're still doing strikes in the Middle East, who exactly is making these calls? Do you really think that somebody who's in the ICU should be making calls like that to hit people with weapons? That's unreal to me. It really is. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any ill will towards him. I don't want anything bad to happen to him. I hope he heals well, and I really hope he gets his head out of his ass so he can actually breathe good fresh air and start making some good decisions. Because right now his head has to be so far up his ass that he's suffering from sepsis of the brain. So that's what I think on that part. Scooby Doo. So here's some things that I think need to happen in order for us to really turn our country around. Number one, we need to start doing outreach. We need to start getting people on our side to go out and start volunteering their time. Start volunteering their money if they're able to. If you're not able to, don't put yourself out to where you're going to screw yourself and your family to help somebody. But time is something that we all have. It doesn't matter how busy you are. You can always find time to help somebody. You can always find time to, I guess, lay out in the sun if the sun's out. Um, you know, there's always something that you can do with your time. But we need to get people out helping people. We need to get people to realize that people still care. People still give a shit. We need to start getting a sense of community. We've lost the sense of community. Well, thankfully here we haven't where I live, but most of the country, big cities, for example, when my great grandparents were growing up or were alive, one lived in Lancaster City, and another set lived in Columbia, which Columbia, Pennsylvania is a historic town. Um, if you're interested in some of that, I will make some videos on that if you like some of the local history that happened here. Um, but when I would go to my grandparents' house, you would go over and there was a sense of community. Everybody knew everybody. Everybody talked to everybody. Um, Everybody helped each other out. Everybody took care of each other. Um, they would want their block to look good. So they would be out there and they would sweep up their own roads, their own streets, their own sidewalks. Um, they took pride in their where they lived. And you're hard pressed to find that now. You really are. Um, I've been very blessed to have grown up around people who taught me good values. Um, Unfortunately, there's not enough people around doing it. I think we can bring them back, but we have to do outreach. We have to show young people in the inner cities that we're not their enemy. We don't hate them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Dave. I mean, um, we need to just get people to understand that we're all human. We all bleed red when we get cut. We all need each other. As much as we'd like to pretend we don't, we do. We do need each other. Um, it's crazy. So, if there's somebody on your street that is a loner that you notice that they're not out as much, they don't take and talk to everybody. Maybe you notice that they have trouble taking care of themselves. Older people or people with disabilities. Maybe reach out and say, hey, I see that this needs done. Would you mind if I helped you with it? Would you, you know, ask them, say, hey, is there anything I can do do you need somebody to go to the grocery store for you? Do you need a ride to a doctor's appointment? Just reach out and show people that humanity is still here. Um, if we don't save our humanity, we're done. We're done. We will not survive as a species if we lose our humanity. Um, so anyway, enough about that, I guess. Sorry, I don't mean to preach at you. I don't mean to sound like I'm telling you what to do. Just telling you how I feel and how I see things. Um, you know, I wish I was in a position um, to where I could still help people the way I used to. Um, I will gladly give you the shirt off my back if you need it. I will give you food off my table if you need it. Um, if I am able to help you, I will help you. So, um, that's just the way I was raised. My grandmother had a saying where my grandma had a lot of sayings, let me tell you. Some were good, some were not so good, but um, one of her sayings was that if somebody came to her table and walked away hungry, that was their fault because she would always get up and make more if she needed to, just so she knew that they had a full belly when they left. Um, Now, granted, this is also the woman who, when we were playing cards, would sit there and, get mad and impatient if you were taking too long and tell you to shit or get off the pot. So, yeah, take it as they come, I guess. And yes, Dave, that is definitely something we need to get these fucking activist teachers out of our school system. We need to take and get people in there that are going to focus on teaching the kids what they need. Our kids need to learn how to read. They need to learn how to write. They need to learn how to do math. They need to learn how to do critical thinking, not just spew stupid fucking talking points all the time. And the only way that's going to happen is if parents step up. Parents need to get involved. Too many parents have let the schools become babysitters. They don't inquire as to what their kids are learning. They don't sit there and help their kids with homework. Parents need to get involved in their kids' lives again. Um, I am so glad that my kid is out of school. Um, I was just talking last night about if something happens to my child. I have a 24-year-old daughter. I'm very protective of her still. If you hurt my daughter, I will do things to you that you've only seen in movies and that you thought were impossible in real life. I promise you that. Um, I try not to let bad me come out, but bad me makes appearances when he has to. And I think a lot more parents need to let bad me come out and show these people that we're fed up. We've had enough of the bullshit, and it's time for them to fucking start flying right or get the fuck out of the way. So take it how you hear it, because I don't give a fuck. You heard me say it, and that's it. Oh yeah, definitely don't fuck with my animals either. You fuck with my animals or my family, and we're gonna go round. And as the Toby Keith song goes, I might not be as good as I once was, but I'll be as good once as I need to be. So, but yeah, um, let's talk about some YouTube bullshit here, shall we? YouTube is going to start taking and deplatforming a lot of people, especially getting closer to the uh, the election. They do not want the truth being told. They do not want people speaking out and going against their narrative. They don't want people waking people up. And if you are waking people up, they're going to come for you. They're going to try and take and get you deplatformed. And honestly, I really don't give a shit. Let them come. I'm not doing this to become famous. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing it because I think I got some stuff to say that people might want to hear or that people need to hear. Sometimes what you want to hear isn't what you need. Sometimes what you need to hear isn't what you want. And unfortunately, somebody's got to be the person that tells you the shit you don't want to hear. Um, and I've got no problem being the person to tell you that. Um, you know, I like to have fun. I love having fun. I really do. I am one of the biggest practical jokers you will ever find. You can ask my daughter. My daughter is on um, the Discord channels. Um, Mad Hatter 626, I believe, is her name. Hey, Slushy, welcome in. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Um, you can ask her, and she will tell you that I can be the biggest teddy bear and I can have the most fun. Or I can, even with her, I'm the biggest asshole in the world when she needs it. And I've made her cry numerous times when she's needed to be broken down and rebuilt. That's part of life is reimagining yourself, rebuilding yourself in a better way over and over and over again. Always learning, always getting better. Once you stop doing that, you become useless in a way. You become stagnant. Your brain just gets into a funk when you stop learning, when you stop striving to do better. And it'll affect every aspect of your life. You might not realize it, but it will. I promise you. Um, Take it from somebody who's been through it. And I would rather you learn from my mistakes than you go through it for yourself. Unfortunately, there's just certain things that you have to go through yourself in order to understand. Um, you know, that's just life. Um, so, ah, my, holy hell, we've been on here for over an hour already. I can't believe y'all are stuck around that long listening to my dumb ass. So, um, if you want to stick around, I still got time to talk. I'm not. I have no problem hanging out with you. Um, do you have any questions about um culture war stuff? You know, do you have any questions food wise? I mean, we could we can talk about some stuff some bloopers. I've definitely done lots of bloopers over the years. Um, we can talk about some of them if you want. We can talk about some of my experiences in some of the jobs that I've held. If you'd like that, just let me know what y'all want to do, and I'm game. If you want to talk about my health issues, we can talk about that for a little bit. Um, Actually, I guess I'll give you a quick update on that fact there. We'll get to that in 1 second, Dave. We'll talk about some of that in a minute. Um, an update on my shoulder here. Oh no. Yeah, you have to you have to type on the phone, bud. So, as some of you know, my shoulder's been messed up for a while now. Um, in order to have an MRI done, I had to have surgery where they pulled my spinal stimulator system completely out and reinstalled a new one. Just so I can have an MRI. Had my MRI, and the surgeon said that he didn't see enough in there to warrant surgery at this point, and he wanted to give me a shot and see if that helped. And so he gave me a shot right in the back of my shoulder, in between the shoulder blade and the collarbone, and it's not helped. So I'm going to be going the 25th of this month, I believe it is, to see him, and we'll be scheduling surgery on my left shoulder at that point. Um, so, and then I might have to push back my June surgery. The neurosurgeon, wants to go in and do some more work on my back. So, depending on how the recovery goes for the shoulder is going to depend on what happens with the back surgery, if we have to push it back or not. So, um, I will be pushing my shoulder. Yes, Leslie, I got some of them too. Um, but I'll push um, the shoulder recovery as much as I possibly can. I've gotten a feel now for how far I can push, doing exercises and stuff like that to um, where I'm not hurting myself, but I make pretty good strides in recovery. So we'll see. Um, I will definitely have videos on that with you. Um, so you'll be a part of that whole process. Um, so I won't show you anything gory. Um, yeah, don't worry about that. Okay, so that's that. Um, Dave asked for some of my jobs that I've worked at, and yeah, my first job was I was 14 years old working at a um, stockyard, chasing animals around and stuff like that, being chased by animals at times, depending. Um, yeah, good times. Um, that was honestly, I was in my best shape back then. Between that and 23, um, at 14, I weighed 160 pounds at 6'4". Um, and then I went to full time work at the stockyards. And by the time I was done throwing hay around for a year and chasing big dumb animals around and being chased by big dumb animals and repairing fences and stuff like that, I had bulked up from 160 pounds, which is what I graduated at, to 225 pounds of solid muscle. I have some pictures of that. I'll post them and I'll make a post on YouTube and share that. I have to look into that. I don't know if I can make posts on Rumble, just posting pictures and stuff. So I'll look into it, see if I can share it there. So some bloopers from work. Here we go. When I worked at the stockyards, I never had enough help in the alleys to pen stuff, and I was the person that ran the penning board. So I'm sitting here running around with a board and pencil and paper and trying to go through the paper and listening to hear who bought what, and then I'm yelling, looking at the paper, figuring out where it's going, yelling down the alley and saying, "Hey, it's going here." And a lot of times I had to chase the animals down to where they were going. So one day we're doing calves, and all right, Slushy, take care. And we do when we do calves on the small side, we're doing anywhere from 2 to 600 pound calves. And this little 400 pound calf comes out, and I'm looking at the penning board because it's somebody who hasn't bought anything yet. So I got to find a new pen for him. And so the calf comes wandering down, and I didn't want it to get past me because I wanted to make sure I knew where it was going first. So I kind of just nudge its head against the fence, and my legs up against its neck. And I'm just kind of trying to hold it there gently, not hurting it or anything. And it wasn't having anything to do with that. It was not. Nope, no, we're not doing this, dude. And yeah, um, she pulled her head back and shoved her head between my knees and took off down the alley with me bouncing around on her back, trying not to fall off, trying not to lose my penning board, and I lost that battle. And I fell and I landed. I had a big wad of keys in my pocket, and I landed on those keys, and some words came out of my mouth that I can't even repeat at this point anymore. And yeah, that was a good time. Um, so I don't know how familiar you are with sheep, but sheep are not the brightest um, animals in the world. They will not try and go around you. They will try and jump over you if you are in their way. Um, I had somebody open a gate and leave a 250-pound sheep down the lane that I was not ready for. And I had to react really quickly as it decided it was going to jump at my head. So I took and, just out of reaction, dropped the penning board and caught the sheep out of midair. Um, it had actually knocked my glasses off. It got that close to my head. And so, yeah, that was fun. Um, pigs are some of the worst animals that you will ever work with. They they bite very, very hard, and if you do not have steel-toed shoes on, um, yeah, they hurt your feet pretty good when they bite you. Have I ever fell in love with an animal or got bonded? Yes, yes, we have. Um, we actually had a sheep, an Angora sheep, which is a long-haired mountain sheep. Actually, it was a goat. I'm sorry, an Angora goat. My bad. She was born at the stockyards, the Lancaster stockyards in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, on the 4th of July. And the people who had bought the mom didn't want her. They they said that we could do whatever we wanted with. If we just wanted to throw her in a pile out back and let her die, we could do that, or whatever. And we weren't going to let that happen. That's not us. So we grabbed the box, took a blanket out of our car and put it in, and at the stockyards, we of course we always have um, some milk replacer for the animals. So we made up a bottle and made sure she got fed, and we ended up bringing her home. We named her Freedom because born on the 4th of July. She um, and we kept her in a playpen in our living room until she got big enough to be outside. Which was basically we waited till she was done with the milk replacer and actually eating food. And we had put her we built her a shed at the bottom part of the field, bottom part of our property. And that was back in 92. And no, it was 93. Because then we had the blizzard. No, I'm wrong. It was 92, and then we had the blizzard of 93 in March of 93. And we were so worried about her because out here where I live, we had 18-foot snow drifts in 93. So we're thinking she's buried and probably freezing to death down there. And so we killed ourselves trying to get shovel our way down there. And by the time we got there, she was just having a ball. She was yelling at us and jumping around and she loved it. She loved the snow. Um, Now we realized that come summer, we weren't going to be able to take care of her the way that she needed to be taken care of because Angoras are they're a long-haired goat, um, and flies and other nasty stuff get into their coat, and you really have to keep after them, brushing them out and washing them. And we didn't have the time to do that at that point, so we had found a farm that they took animals in and kept them at it was a bed and breakfast. And so they took her. We didn't sell her. We took them over and we donated her. And she lived out a really long life over there and had a really good life. So yeah. Um, we also raised our own animals for slaughter for beef. The first one we raised was a Simmental bull named Champ. Um, Contrary to popular belief, bulls are not always mean. Um, it's all in how you raise them, just like dogs, you know. So, um, I had um, he was probably about 900 pounds or so, and so I used to walk him on a leash around my yard at 900 pounds, and had no issues with him. So, um, my ex at the time was upset with me. She started crying because she got attached and said that she was going to miss him. And I said, "Well, I won't." And she said, "You're mean." I said, "No." I said, "I'll just go to the freezer and visit him anytime I want to." I got slapped. Yeah, that one. But yeah, um, when you're raising animals for slaughter, you have to remember that that's what they're for. They're not there to be pets. That doesn't mean that you treat them bad or you treat them any different than you would any other animal. All our animals that were slaughter animals had just as good a life as any of the pets that we've taken care of over the years. Um, you know, so, but, um, Yeah. So, another work story, if you were interested, is I used to work for a place called Waste Recovery Solutions up in Myerstown, Pennsylvania. And we used to get some of the craziest shit in there, because businesses don't want to pay more money than they have to. That's just the rule. They don't. They won't. They'll try and. They don't care if they kill you, as long as they don't have to pay as much money. Um, we had companies that sent in um, hazardous materials as non-haz. Um, we've had people that have sent in stuff that, if they were mixed together, it would have caused an explosion. Silver nitrate and some kind of acid was all on the same load one time, and that would not have ended well for us. uh, so, but yeah, I've had to be completely chemically decontaminated a number of times. Nothing like having to go to the local hospital, strip down completely naked in front of female nurses that you don't know from anybody else, and have them take these long-handled plastic brushes that resemble like a brush that you would use for cleaning out a cup or like a baby bottle, and they're using that to scrub the shit out of you with, which did not feel very good. Um, then they give you this paper like outfit that you had to put on and wear, and then you would go and sit and wait for the doctor to come in and go over your vitals, and um, depending on how bad it was, sometimes they would put you on oxygen or they would put you on an IV drip. Um, I've had my eyes washed out. Um, that is definitely something that you need to try sometime in your lifetime if you ever get a chance, because, yeah, putting big plastic contacts in your eyes and then flushing at, 2,000 liters a second is just awesome, let me tell you. Um, so always, always, always pay attention to what's going on around you and make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because businesses are not going to take care of you. You are completely expendable to them. Um, so please don't ever kill yourself for a job that will replace you and not shed a tear. Okay, that's just some advice I got for you. Um, what else? Some bloopers. Do you want a cooking blooper? Do you want what kind of blooper do you want? Do you want some sports bloopers? I got some of them. Um, yeah, animal bloopers. We definitely got a lot of them. Am I still live on Rumble? I'm not seeing anybody typing over there. Cora, cat bloopers. Oh yeah, definitely got them. Um, let me. I'm just gonna message Cora here and see if. Oh, we're still there. Okay, cool. Good deal. Thank you. All right, Dave asked for cat bloopers. Um, if you're new here, we have 3 indoor cats. Wow, I got 2 new subscribers. Thank you very much to those of you who are subscribed. I appreciate it. Yeah. So I have 3 cats in the house. One is a Maine Coon mix, one is a Siamese mix, and one is a um, just a tabby cat. And I still show 12, Cora. Um, Pikachu is the Maine Coon mix. He's the biggest of the 3. He's a giant dust mop on with legs. Um, and he's learned a new trick now where when I'm laying in bed, he now realizes that he doesn't have to jump on the bed, he can jump directly onto me. The only time this becomes a problem is when he jumps on one of 2 places. One is he jumps on my chest and he actually literally knocks the wind out of me, especially if I'm not expecting it. The second is he has this really bad habit of jumping at my crotch. And numerous times I will end up rolling all over the bed because this 16-pound ball of fur decides he wants to jump and land on one of my testicles. And yes, my daughter finds it hilarious. She will lay here and laugh like hell at me while I'm rolling around in pain. Um, so there's that. Um, there's the time. I don't know how many of you have ever seen. There is a Russian channel, at least I believe it's Russian, where they raised um, a mountain lion named Messi. They got it as a cub from the zoo, and so they're documenting their life with him. So I'm sitting here watching Messi on my 55-inch TV, not thinking anything about it, and all of a sudden, Pika's laying at the bottom of my bed, asleep, and Messi leaves out this yowl, right? If you ever heard a mountain lion scream, hello, Exhale Dream, welcome in. If you ever heard a mountain lion scream, you know what I'm talking about. So Messi leaves out this loud yell, and Pika wakes up, and Pika looks up at the TV, sees this big ass cat up there, and Messi lets out another yell. And Pika does a Scooby-Doo burnout across my legs, trying to get off of the bed to get away from this cat that's not even here. Um, so yeah, that was a learning experience. I learned not to watch Messi while the cats are on the bed. Um, let's see. Let's talk about some food. Um, I've always loved to cook. I started, in 4-H when I was a kid. Um, I wanted to be a chef when I was younger, so I started taking cooking courses at a really young age. And I was making my parents an anniversary dinner the one year. I think I was 16 at the time, and I thought we're going to make chocolate mousse for my parents. And I look up the recipe and I'm like, cool. Not a hard recipe, shouldn't be too bad. And so I go through it, and I'm proud of myself. I'm thinking I did good. I made this stuff, and well, that proudness kind of went to, oh shit, what did I do? Because my mom took a bite, and she just kind of got this look on her face, and she said, I said, what's wrong? She said, well, she said, nothing's wrong. She said, but she said, it's really, really, really sweet. It's really rich. And I said, well, I'm pretty sure I made it exactly as it said. And so I went back and grabbed the recipe, and I'm looking through it. And here come to find out, I had doubled the amount of chocolate that was supposed to be in it. So instead of it being chocolate mousse, it ended up being more like a chocolate fudge, a very, very thick fudge. So that's cool, Eric. Our Pika got his name. Lots of people think that it's because of the Pokemon, and it's not. Our Pika is spelled Peekatchu. Like peek at chew. Peek at you. When he first started coming around, he would hide behind everything and peek around at you and look around. Um, he was very shy when he was first. I guess I should say that point too. All three of my indoor boys are rescues from outside. Um, they all three have the same father. Um, when you shave Pika all the way down, Pika has the same tiger stripes that Cinder and JR have. Cinder and JR are actually brothers from the same litter, and Pika was a surprise because we thought we had trapped all the females and got rid of them, and next thing I know, we have um, another cat. Actually, we had two new kittens coming out. So yeah, that's the story behind the Pikachu. So, but now the outside animals, we have 7 adult cats that were dropped off here by people who, yeah, have just, they see a farm and they think that, hey, we can drop animals off here. And I will not see an animal go hungry or suffer. That's just not something I will do. So I make sure that they are all fed, and I make sure they're all taken care of. If something happens to one, I will try and capture it and get it the medical attention that it needs. Um, but so there's 7 adults. There are 6 kittens that were born back in the spring of last year, and so there's that. They're all cute. I have videos of them all on YouTube, and I think I have some on Rumble. I'll work on getting some better ones here, some more videos. Um, but now we just had another 2 or 3 kittens born back in November. So, and on top of that, we also have possums. The possums were in the garage last night with the cats. They get along for the most part, and so I will post some videos from the security cameras and some pictures and stuff uh, in a little bit. But yeah, so I make sure they're all very well fed. They always have fresh water, and they always have a place to get out of the weather and just chill out. So, but I hate to do this. We've been going for almost 2 hours now, and I've got to get supper on. I really have to use the bathroom. I've been putting it off. So, but thank you all for joining us. I really appreciate it. Cora, if you're up for it, I'm going to make you a mod over here on Rumble for me, if you want. If anyone else wants to be a mod, let me know, and we'll figure it out. Papa Smurf is modding for me over on YouTube. I appreciate that. So, again, thank you all for joining me. You know, I can't believe that people actually want to listen to me and hear what I have to say. But if you're all going to take and listen, I'll talk. I have lots of stories to share, lots of opinions, and yeah. Um, the Discord server is open if you want to join there. Again, if you are wanting to donate money, the money I will ask you to donate to Ben. Ben can put the money to better use than I will. He helps veterans out, and I'm all for it. If we can help some veterans through him, yeah, I'm happy to do that. I will post his Cash App for you all so that you can donate to him if you want. It is Cash App /$ Fred. Oh, damn it. Oh, Cora's got it. 739. Thank you, Cora. I appreciate that. So, I will try to be more consistent with getting on here with y'all, hanging out, and getting you some more videos made up. So, it's just with everything going on here and stuff, I usually get busy and then I forget, and I don't mean to, but I will definitely try and work on things. So, alrighty. Thank you again for joining us. Y'all have a great day. Please stay safe. Keep your eyes on your head on a swivel. Keep looking around you. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Because shit's gonna get worse before it gets better. I hate to be the bearer of that bad news, but it's got to work its course. People have to wake up, but for people to wake up, they've got to go through the shit, So, but alrighty, yeah, please do. Y'all have my number. Y'all have my email address. If you need me, shoot me a message, call me, text me, whatever. And we will all talk again really soon. Thanks again, everybody. Take care.